Right. We're back. We're back. Hey. How you doing? How's it going? Did you miss me? Let's go sort out YouTube. You saved, you saved. Anyway, right, what were we saying? What were we talking about? Is everything loaded up? Everything's not loaded up. Let's load up everything. Oh god, do you know what? I was moving so slowly then. I was moving so slowly myself and then intently trying to look at something that I actually thought the stream had crashed again. Anyway, right. Let's put that back up there. Let's put that over there. Do I need... You're over here now, which means I don't really need... You can go over here. There you go. I can get rid of that. That can close. And then none of the stuff is open that we
You're
need.
one of us now.
Right. Oh, dear. Ambro. Ambro, thanks for testing the system.
You're one of us now.
Oh, it's turned into a hype train. Wait, hang on, what? Did that trigger that? Oh, of course, because it classes two people, doesn't it? Because it classes as
You're
two
one of
people.
us now.
Because Twitch. Because Twitch. It sees itself as a separate person, doesn't it? So that's what's triggered the hype
You're
train.
one of us now.
Thank you very much for the gifty subs. Do we recognise any of the names? Free advertising. Free advertising.
You're
Do we
one of
recognise
us
any of the
now.
names? No, we are. Anyway, right. Going back up to oh, Thumbs.
You're one of us now.
Thumbs, thank you very much for your resubscription. Only one sub. Twitch is skipping out. Oh man, I have seen some.
Come play with us forever and ever and ever.
I wonder if how many subs they drop on a channel might be based on how big the channel is. Because I saw a channel at the weekend. Wait, was it the weekend? Yeah, it was at the weekend. I think it was Friday night. And there was a channel where someone put, dropped down 5 subs, and Twitch added 15. Twitch added 15, like to a 5 sub one. You're just like, holy moly. That was a partner though. But yeah, anyway, all subs appreciated. Thank you very kindly. Anyway, what were we saying? Yeah. In fact, actually, we were talking about this, weren't we? Sorry, Lust. I don't know if you're still here, Lust, but good morning. And what about ends? What, in terms of Americans being stupid? Only in regards, really, to their dating system. Right, let's load this back up. Where are my gnomes? Where are my gnomes?
You're one of us now.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Thumbs. Thank you very kindly.
You're one of us now.
And do you know what? I actually recognise a bunch of those names, Thumbs. Congratulations. Shifty, Lady TARDIS, Vivi.
You're one of us now.
I definitely recognise those names. In fact, Vivi was here earlier on. So thank you for those subbies.
You're one of us now.
Sorry, this is what I was trying to do, wasn't it? Right, grab this. Do I want to load the autosave? I do. I do want to load the autosave. Did it save any of what I'd done? That's the question.
You're one of us now.
Oh, it did. It did, actually. It saved... okay, this autosave's been pretty good. I think this saved pretty much everything I did. Managed to snag a couple of regulars. You did it.
You're one of us now.
Yes, yes, you did. Right, let's grab that. Open that. And... I keep needing to move my head just to make sure the stream's not frozen. This is how you know. This is how you know. I'll just keep bobbing my head so we know the stream's still going. Ambro, on a side note, what side note is that? What note of side are you bringing to us? This would have been a great week for Mom to return. Any week is a good week for Mom to return. But unfortunately, we just have to accept that she doesn't love us anymore. I'm not sure which of us offended her, Ambro, but I think we just have to accept that she's never coming back. Oh, it's on the wrong colour again. Come back here. There we go. And Shifty, hello again. Do you know what, Shifty? The worst bit is, I was saying hello to you, Shifty, I think, but then I realised that the PC hadn't fully rebooted. Do you know? Right, okay, so just to clarify, right? I was here, everything had crashed. I was so in streamer mode. That everything had crashed. I'd reset the PC, and I was on my phone, just like typing into chat. I was typing into chat just so you guys knew that all I was doing was restarting my PC. And I was reading through chat, and I saw your name, Shifty, and I went, "Hey, Shifty, how you doing?" Said it out loud. Now, you know, a lesser man would have kept that quiet to himself to show that he's not going entirely insane. But not me. I embrace these things. So just understand that there was a point about 5 minutes ago where I was trying to talk to my phone. I was trying to talk to the Twitch app on my phone, and I was saying, "Hey, Shifty, how you doing?" And then I had a moment where I went, "He's not going to hear this because the PC's not on." Obviously. It's fine. Anyway. Yeah. Does the PC blue screen or just freeze? The whole thing freezes. And it only happens when I'm streaming. It's never happened when I've not been streaming. And it never happened when it's not been streaming. And I think it has happened when we've been gaming. As well. So I don't think it's Critter, because it's happened when we've been doing games. It only seems to be when OBS is doing something. That's the only common denominator I've narrowed it down to, because everything else I do while I'm everything else that I have open while I'm streaming, I have open at other times. So yeah. Ambro, to be completely honest and transparent here, every time you play a game, I start talking and eventually start yelling at you if you mess up. Wow, you must yell a lot. You must yell a lot. Shifty, is this image a Space Marine collab? So this is... these are actually from ages ago. These are from ages ago. They're a pack. They're going to be a colouring pack. So they started off with this Lionel Momeson. Started off with this guy. And then we've got this Imperial Guard gnome, and this Psyker gnome, and this Gene Stealer gnome. Oh, and actually there's an ad mech as well. There's Adeptus Mechanicus as well if it loads. I started these, God, I probably started these a year ago, if not more. And they're just going to be a little colouring pack, which is going to go on Kofi. These will go on Kofi for free, being that they're an IP, being that they're a well-known IP. These will just go on to Kofi as a free little colouring pack. So yeah, not triggered by the fact that Space Marine 2 came out. Just these have been in the works for ages. I just keep meaning to get them finished off. Amber, you haven't had a voice in 7 months. Is that because you keep screaming at Twitch? Is that because you keep screaming and shouting at Twitch? Is that why you've not had a voice? Max, maybe some errors in the event viewer. I can have a look. I can have a look. Where do I go now? Where do I go now? Modified. No, not modified. Oh man, it's been so long since I've had to look at these things specifically. I can't remember where all this stuff is. Critical? In the last hour. Would a critical be what you're after? Is that what you're after? Is that what you're after, Max? Critical errors. The system has rebooted without cleanly shutting down first. Oh no, that'll be because I forced it to shut down, won't it? That'll be that. What about an error an hour ago? Do 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 do. If there's something important, it's probably in custom views. Custom views? Behave. I haven't got custom views. Oh, I have. Wait. No, I realized that was events. I wasn't there going, events? What's an event? Error. When did you happen? 9:37. Do you reckon it would have been at 9:37? Does that sound about right? Oh, there's something here that's called Max. Max, are you breaking my stream? We found it. This thing says Max in it. Nailed it. Max is the one that keeps crashing my stream. I don't know. These things could be anything. They could be anything. I don't even know if I need to care about showing this screen, Does it matter if I show this screen? Can you hacksaw my PC with this screen? I have no. I mean, to be fair, it's probably not. If you could, you're not going to tell me if you could, are you? You're going to go, no, we can't do anything with this screen. There was a whole. I mean, I've got stuff. There's been errors and warnings all morning. There's been errors and warnings all morning. Like, how? Oh man, this is where I used to call one of my old work colleagues and go, "What the hell am I looking at?" The errors there are usually harmless, but there could be some personal information. I don't think there's any personal information. There's the name of my computer, but I can tell you the name of my computer, but the name of my computer is Hungry Bear. And that's a joke going back 20 years. I don't think there's anything you can really do with that. I think there's only one person who actually understands what that joke's related to, Hungry Bear. No idea. There's errors, there's warnings. What do you want, Max? What am I looking for? Come on, fix this. Fix this problem right now, Max. Give me the solution. How do I narrow this down? Tell you what. It's something relevant. It's probably right. Hang on, look. Do you know what? Screw it. Literally the only thing that's there that is personal information is the name of my PC, and that's not really personal, is it? One sec.
You're one of us now.
That's not the right screen, is it? That's not the screen we want to be looking at. Who's just gone to one of us? Oh, it's because I went on screen share, isn't it? That's why.
You're one of us now.
No, we don't need to do that again. We've already done that. Okay, just ignore that. Ignore that that's going off. Anyway.
You're one of us now.
We're gonna fix this now, Max. How are we fixing it? Tell me the secrets. While I drink some water.
You're one of us now.
On the plus side, apparently nothing's happened since we restarted the PC. If it's something relevant, it's probably an error before the hang. I don't know exactly when the hang happened. I think so I'm presuming it was this. There's nothing there that seems important. Max, you made me share all this personal info. Look, right there, you can see the name of my PC. All this personal information, and now you're telling me there's nothing there that seems important. Just why? Well, we can even scroll down. See, look, stuff happens all the time. There's errors all the time. There's a device setup manager. How many do you want? How many do you want? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. When? No, I don't believe these are all individual and specific. They're really not. They're for the exact same thing, aren't they? They're for the exact same thing. It just says system, level, error, category, none. Doesn't really help at all. This is I'm being told nothing right now. Nothing. Metadata staging failed. They're the usual errors Windows has. Yeah. I've not really got an answer here, have I? Usual errors. Yeah. 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 As long as you don't have LimeWire installed, you should be fine. Oh, just think of all the stuff I could have if I installed LimeWire. Like digital herpes. What was the other one called? Was it Napster? Was it Napster that was like super dodgy? And then it tried to go legit. Am I remembering that right? Like Napster started off as just like a pirate software, and then it kind of went legit, or something like that. Anyway, we've got no answers, guys. You're supposed to. This is why I have you in chat. This is why I have you in chat, guys. You're supposed to be giving me an answer right now. What's making this PC crash? You've got error logs. You've told me nothing. You've told me nothing. How far am I going? What's that one? That's got. We didn't have a win 32k before, did we? No. No. Win it. What's win it? There you go. There's some critical. What about a critical? What's this? Wait, what's going on here? What's going on here? This one says critical. This one says critical. Oh, Thumbs, are you asking for a specific one? Damn it. Which one are you after? What's the TPM? Where was it? You talking about that? Nope. No. Oh, wait, no, there. The secure boot update failed to update a secure boot variable with error. Secure boot is not enabled on this machine. Someone had a word count that they had to fill for that. Anyway, sorry, you wanted me to come back down here, didn't you? Critical. Critical. This one. The driver detected a controller. The driver detected a controller. Error on device. Raid port 2. Oh my god, am I being raided? Is this what happens? Is this what happens when you get raided? That's a sus error. Alright. I'm glad it's sus. I'm glad it's sus. What else is down here? There's a lot of device setups. The previous system shut down at like 9:05. We didn't shut down. I didn't shut down the PC at 9:05. I don't think I was in the room. I don't think I was in the room when that happened. Have you got any discs set up on RAID 0 or 5? I can't remember where you find that in... Oh no, we've come full circle, Max. I can't remember where you find that on Windows 11. I can't remember where you find it on Windows 11. This is it. It's Windows 11. Windows 11 is the problem. Yeah, because they call it something different now, don't they? Hey, what? Oh, I can't remember where you find it. Can't remember where you find it. Is it disc? Is it? I don't think that's the one I wanted. Is that the one I want? Initialize disk. You must dish. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Oh wait, I wonder. Could this be? I've had a thought. I've had a thought. Could this be that I've had a spare hard drive plugged into the PC all this time and I've never got around to initializing it? Could this be why? Because I never actually set up that new M2. It's plugged in, but I never set up the new M2. Could it be that? Maybe that's the cause. Oh, wait, no, but hang on. That says it's on disc 4. See, look. It says it's on disc 4, not disc 5. If I do, you didn't install the M2, my guy. Yeah, no, it's just been sat there. I've just never got around. It's on my to-do list. Ambro, my to-do list is a very complicated situation. You know, like when you're looking at Satisfactory and someone's building all the conveyor belts and they're all overlapping and going to different things. All of them need to happen, but trying to keep track of how they're all happening is complicated. That's how my life is. That's how this is like when I was talking about the artwork before. Like there's a load of artwork that needs finishing, and if I could just focus on one of them, I could get it finished. That doesn't just apply to artwork. That applies to my entire life. My entire life is just a series of overlapping satisfactory conveyor belts, and they're all important. They're all important. Oh man, right, hang on. Should we initialize this now? If the stream dies, we all know why. We know we've figured out the problem. But do you know what, this, right, so the best bit is this M2, if I remember correctly, the new M2 is meant to be taking over from my main hard drive. So I won't be able to do it all on stream anyway, because I need to actually transfer my main hard drive. So the one that's got Windows on it. Windows 11, calm down, Max. Calm down. The one that's got Windows 11 on it, I need that to move over to this new M2. And I say it's a new M2. I've had it, I think I bought it last October. I think it's been in this PC. I think it's been in this PC for a year. And I've just never... how often has this thing been crashing? Has it been about a year? Anyway, I actually have no idea which one I'm supposed to choose. I don't know if I should... Right, come on, guys. Let's figure this out now. Do I want an MBR or do I want a GPT? Come on. I've been out of this game for a long time. I can't be expected to remember how these things work. This is hilarious. If this is the actual reason why the PC's been crashing, can we just also clarify right now? If this is the reason why the PC keeps doing its random crashes every now and then, no one can tell Skaven Dan. Because he has been raging that I have not switched everything over to the new M2. No one can tell him because his entire brain will explode. Is that the only M2 you have in the PC? No, it's not the only M2. So the one that's not initialized is a 1 terabyte M2, and the purpose of that one is to take over as my main Windows drive. There is a 4 terabyte M2 in the machine as well, but that's where all the gaming went. All the gaming went onto the 4 terabyte M2. That one was way easier. That one was way easier to sort because I could do that and just do it while I was doing other things. MBR is old school and should be forgotten. Okay. So what you're telling me is we want a GPT. All right. There we go. See, look, I've got loads of hard drives. Look at all of these. Look at all of these. Amazing. Amazing. Look at them all. Oh, look, that one says disk partition 5. Oh, no, I think that's for something else. No, that's related up here, isn't it? There you go. You get to see the internal guts of my PC. You'll definitely tell him. I know you will. I know you will. That's why I told you. I told you because I knew you would tell him. So yeah, no, I did buy 2 M2s, and they were for very specific purposes. So yeah, that's the so you see the gaming one. That's the 4 terabyte one. So that one, look, it's being used. In fact, I've nearly filled it. I have nearly filled the gaming one. I thought that was going to be an impossibility, but you know, there we are. And then the art one. So that one's an M2. I don't know where the other M2 is right now, because it's not here, is it? No, I don't know. In fact, you're DMing Dan right now. That's a little bit extreme. That's a little bit extreme. I've forgotten how you add. I've forgotten how. You see, I don't. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I want to add. I want to add. Cheese on you. No, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? Anyway, so yeah, so that. Wait, no, is this? So C is where I've got. Hang on. So I know what that one is. 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 Oh, look at that. Wait, what did that thing say down here? Where was that thing? What? Hang on. Where was that thing? Where was that thing? It said something about 2 and 5, didn't it? Oh, I've lost it. Where was it? Where was the thing we saw? Where was the thing? Oh, main. Try not. Oh, cute. Wait, no, it was that thing, wasn't it? Wait, wasn't there something referencing 5? Wasn't there something referencing 5? The disc. Yeah, no, I've realized that. I've realized that as I've just kind of like worked him back. So I don't know why this is separated into separate bits. I didn't do that. I didn't do this. Wait, why is it referencing that? Why is that there? What? I'm confused. I am confused. Why is... That's disk 0. That's disk 3. That's disk 1. Oh, wait, hang on. Wait, so these two, are these two on the same... Right, I'd like to clarify, I did not do this. I did not do this. I literally put it into the motherboard and then forgot about it. I didn't do that. I literally plugged it into the motherboard and forgot about it. But is this the problem? Is this the problem that disk 2 is 2 hard drives? Because look, you've got C there on the same line. So that C is the old hard drive. That's the old SSD. That partition there is the old SSD. That and that and that is the new M2. And they're on the same line. Disc 4. I don't know if that's right, Thumbs, because the SSD is a half terabyte. So that is a half terabyte. Whereas those three things are on this line. Disc 2 is fine, no touch. I'm touching it all. Touching it all. But I'm going to go touch it physically. But that, right, okay. Right, I know you're saying disc 2 is fine, but why are these three showing on disc 2? Touch physically, as in put my hand in the PC while it's on and just start using. Ugh. In fact, I'll put some water on my hands first, and then we'll resolve this the hard way. Wash the PC. Just squirt some soap into it. Get some fairy liquid. Then just get a power washer. But anyway, right, sorry. Joking aside, coming back to this thing. That there is the original SSD. That makes sense because it's a half gig. It's a half gig. This one right now, that makes sense. That is a half gig. These three, I don't get why these are here. Because, I mean, for one, that one's 692. That's 692. That's bigger than the SSD. So that can't be this one. So I don't get what this is. That is too big. That's too big. Oh no, it's megabytes. Right, no, yeah. It's megabytes, not gigabytes. It's megabytes, not gigabytes. Guys, what are you talking about? I'm asking you for answers and you're getting confused between megabytes and gigabytes. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop getting confused between megabytes and gigabytes. Who would look at that and not read an M and a G? Come on. Come on. Come on now. Come on, guys, it's very clearly. It's very, very clearly that is 692 megabytes, not gigabytes. Come on. We got to get through this. We got to get through this. We ain't got time. We ain't got time. I'm going to move these things off screen because then if I read them wrong, you'll never know. Oh, man. Anyway. Right, disc 4. Disc 4 is the new one. Oh, but it's not in... I was kind of hoping that was going to tell me if what port it was in. But it's giving me the wrong answer. It's giving me the wrong answer. I wanted it to say 2. Like, because then it would make sense, because it would say 2. It doesn't say 2. It doesn't say 2. I can clear the details of that error. Oh, you want more detail? You want more detail? Oh, it's on a different screen. You guys don't get to see it. It's just for me, that one. It's private. Personal private. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Do you know what I love? I love that everyone comes to watch Twitch to get away from their jobs. How many of you right now are doing your jobs on Twitch? Not very useful. How dare you? Not very useful. That says in words and then switches to that. But it clearly says in words. So you're telling me you can't read. You can't read that. How dare you? Shocking. What does that do? Do, 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 do. Sorry, I was looking at something on another screen. Hungry Bear just wants more SSDs. Well, Hungry Bear is not getting more SSDs. Hungry Bear is having M2s, because that's what I use now. Shifty, you're currently cancelling someone's insurance policy, the little fraudster bastard. Oh, don't cancel. No, you don't have to cancel my stuff. I'm not that extreme. Those are still SD. No. I want no. Right. I need to not refer to them as SSDs, Max. Max, I need to not refer to them as SSDs. I need them to be hard drives, SSDs, and M2s. And the reason is because I need to remember the difference between them. If I start calling SSDs and M2s both SSDs, I'll get confused. So, as far as I'm concerned, they're separate things. And that's how we're going to carry on. That error is Windows trying to turn off the disk when it's not used, apparently. Now that you initialize the SSD, it's probably fixed. M.2. No, we don't care about the dot. We don't know. No. We don't know. Don't you. Shifty, you're meant to be on my side. You're meant to be on my side. Don't be... we don't care about the 2. We don't call them M.2s. We just call them M2s. I was trying to Google it, so I wonder if I actually got to the... reset to device. See, I think Max was Googling the same things I was. I think he was Googling the same things, because I just got to a thing on Microsoft Community entitled reset to device RAID port 2 was issued. Anyway, right, okay. Can someone take a screenshot of that? Max has confirmed that it's fixed. Okay? Max has very clearly said it's fixed now. So we can carry on and we never have to think about this again. And if it breaks, it's Max's fault and I get to send Max a bill. I don't know what that bill's going to be for. It might actually just be a person called Bill. But I get to send that to Max because Max has put in writing now that it's fixed. Shifty's right. No, don't give Shifty power. Don't give Shifty power here. You have no power here. You shall honor the dot. I will not honor the dot. I will not honor the dot. Anyway, right. Let's close all that. Now, the funny part I want everyone to appreciate right now is while that drive has been initialized, there is still the outstanding task of switching Windows over to it. How long that takes me? It's a whole other thing. But now you all know, and this is the thing. You've entered Skaven Dan's world now. Like, I think Thumbs has kept quiet about it because Thumbs knows if he starts talking about it, Thumbs will probably lose his mind. But Dan will talk about it every now and then, but Thumbs keeps quiet. Now you all know that there is an M2, there is a 1 terabyte M2 in that machine, which isn't being used. It's just sat there, not being used, and it's been there for a year. Sorry, not a year. It's not actually been a year. Nearly a year. It's been nearly a year because if I remember correctly, I bought it during the Black Friday sales. So it's approaching a year. And also, Barely, good morning. You see, Barely came in too late. Barely doesn't know what's going on. So Barely gets to keep his sanity. Whereas the rest of you, suspiciously when the crashes started, quite possibly, Max. Quite possibly that's when the crashes started. Because it's just been sat in the background. It's been sat in the background. But yeah, anyway. Anywho. Do you know what would be awesome as well? If I actually switched the operating system over to that M2, everything would work quicker. Everything would work better. Everything would work so much better if I actually got that done. It's just, I need to sit here and work out how to do it. There you go. Anyway, right, let's close that. We can close that. I don't need to look at that now. I can just go down here. Would you believe that I used to work? I might just even leave it at that. I used to work. In a very specialized IT team. So specialized. I used to work in such a specialized team that I didn't actually need to have that much knowledge. I worked on bespoke systems, okay? I worked on bespoke systems, that's why. Why did that go invisible? Don't go invisible. None of you know how FHM works. I did. None of you know how Fidessa works. I did. None of you know what those things are. None of you know what those systems are. I did. So, I knew things. Which are completely irrelevant now, because where I used to work doesn't exist anymore. So my incredibly specialized knowledge is pointless now. But I knew things for a time. Not anymore. Not. Oh man, I did that in the wrong spot. I need to zoom out. And do that from further away. Finesse sounds like a brand of frozen fish. Well, FHM sounds like a very old school magazine that used to exist. But then it was deemed inappropriate. How specialized, Squire? If I said Rack FID to you, would that make you shudder? No, I know your name. I know your name. I didn't used to work with you. I didn't used to work with you. Thumbs, is it... Wait, hang on. Have you changed your name, Thumbs? Because I know your name from Kofi. I'm not going to say your name because that would be a massive breach of stuff. Is this a conversation we need to have in DMs? Is this a conversation not for chat? Why are you talking to me about Rec FIDs? Why are you talking to me about Rec FIDs? Thumbs? Thumbs? Or is Kofi his... We didn't... No. I'm confused now. Every now and then, for anyone who's not been here for a long time, I have been at one point, I was trying to work out whether I was related to Thumbs. At one point, I was under strong suspicion that Thumbs might have actually been one of my father's secret children. Suspected he might have been one of my father's secret children that I didn't know about. And then, as we started talking, we realised that we used to do very, very similar jobs. Or rather, he still does that very similar job. And for a long time, I was trying to work out who Thumbs was. And I was like, did I used to work with Thumbs? And he's just keeping very quiet about it. Then he signed up to Kofi. And the beauty of Kofi is because it goes through PayPal. Side note for anyone who uses PayPal. PayPal sends your name to people. So I know Thumbs' name. I know Thumbs' name. And it doesn't match with anyone I used to work with. But if you're going to start talking about Rack FIDs... That's an oddly specific piece of information to throw at me. No, I'm going back. I'm going back to my line art now. I don't like this. I don't know who Thumbs is. I don't know who Thumbs is, and is no. I'm going over here. Look at this. I'm going to draw this line. And we're going to forget that this ever happened. I will find out. I will. Who can I message? Who can I send a message to on my old team and say, do you recognize this name? Glowing Ball, good morning. Good morning, Glowing Ball. Ambro, I don't support you on Kofi and I know your name. No. You might know, you know my name, Ambro. We're not talking about my name. I'm talking about you guys. I know your, like anyone who supported me on Kofi because it goes through PayPal. I've said this before though, like just as this is a completely side note, and this is how I'm gonna move on from Thumbs doing mind fuckery. when you're using PayPal, right? I actually have multiple PayPals, and there's a reason why I have multiple PayPals. Ambro, Bearded, I know you know my name. No, my name's not private. My name's not private. Your guys' names are private. PayPal sends so much of your information when you buy stuff from people. So just keep that in mind when you're doing these things. Thumbstop, his name's Thumbstop too. How dare you, Shifty? How dare you? This is... I've also just realised my message of the day's gone, hasn't it? The message of the day isn't here anymore. Can I get back to it? Oh shit, no. Write that message of the day again. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So you might want to have multiple PayPals, and you can attach them to the same PayPal account. But for instance, I have 2 PayPals attached to each other. I have a Bearded Squire and I have a Toby. I have a Toby PayPal and I have a Bearded Squire PayPal. And it was all coming off the back of when I started having Kofi. I started getting sent everyone's names and email addresses and stuff, which obviously I'm never going to use in a dodgy way because I'm a nice person. But just keep that in mind when you're doing this kind of stuff, what information your PayPal is actually sending out. What's this? Okay. Anyway. You did a dark web search yesterday, and so many websites leaked your infos. Yeah, I think that's one of the things as well. Is kind of like when we talk about protecting our information. Obviously, protect your information. But if you have been on the internet for a long time, if you've been on the internet like for as long as I have, like when the internet was kind of like first around, your information is probably everywhere. Because at the beginning, we had no idea how much we were supposed to be like protecting our information. We had no idea. We had no idea back then. Nowadays, we know we're supposed to protect it, but it's probably everywhere. Like I said, in fact, I seem to remember I told you guys, I used to have a forum. Yes, for everyone who's old enough who remembers forums, I used to have a forum, and I got doxxed before doxing was a thing. And it apparently turned out to be the easiest thing for them to do, because all they had to do was ping the server information, so the IP. Like they did like an IP check on the server that my forum was on, and in doing so it gave them a bunch of details about the actual server, and all my information was there as who was the server owner. It gave them my name, it gave them my address, it gave them my email address, it gave them my phone number, all of it. You wouldn't be able to do that nowadays. It would be massively inappropriate to do that nowadays. But yeah, it was, and all they had to do was ping it. Literally, with just like a little command prompt thing. Anyway, if you feel, wait, what? I feel if you did change your Twitch name to Two Thumbs, it would really wind. I would ban him. And that'd be done. There we go. Yeah, okay. It's bloody thumbs. Bloody thumbs in his. Oh, look at me, I know rack FIDs. You mighty know rack FIDs. I'll give you rack FIDs. Forgot the dot. No, it's intent shifty. No, dots don't exist. Dots don't exist in this. In fact, I tell you what, I'm going to put it in. I'll put it in the auto mod. I'll put it in the auto mod. If anyone says dot or even just types a dot, just the message gets deleted. How chaotic would that be? Legally, the registrant's details have to be attached to the server for the public domain, or you can kind of pay to go like X directory, which back then is what I had to do. It cost me. Do you know what? The actual going like X directory on the server cost me more than the actual server did. If I remember correctly, to not have my details on the server, it was like twice the price, twice the monthly cost, and I had to pay it every month, and it was twice the monthly cost of the server itself to not have my details show up. Why is this not? Wait, what's going on? Where are you? Anyway. So we can't use proper grammar anymore. No, this is what happens if you abuse your position, Ambro. I have to take steps. I have to take steps to wrestle back control. And so it's your understand that it's your fault that I have to do these things. You make me do these. This sounds terrible. This sounds awful for anyone coming into the stream right now. And all they hear is just me going, "You've made me do these bad things to you." That just does not sound appropriate. Anyway, what were we talking about? Right, I need to sort out moving Windows onto the other hard drive, don't I? That needs to happen to make things work better. So that's something that's on. Maybe I should move that up my priority list. I probably should move that up my priority list. That'll be funny. It will be funny if we don't have any crashes anymore. It's probably better if you do a fresh install on the other drive. It probably is, but then I'd have to remember all my login details. I'd have to remember all my login details, so it might not be the best. About there. Okay. Yeah, so we don't see much of that. We don't see much of that at all because that's all. Yeah, that's all behind there. It's a pain to install everything and set up everything. It is. It is. It is. Which is part of why I've not done it yet. That's part of why I've not done it yet. Because it's a pain in the bum. A pain in the bum. Oh no, that was the wrong size. That was the wrong size. Nah, fresh install bearded. I have all your passwords in a doc. I'll give them to you. You can keep them. There's nothing of value. He says. Of course not. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I was going to do that. I was going to reset up that message of the day, wasn't I? I completely forgot to redo that message of the day. Super Tony 11.2. That's that. You're right. You're right. Do you know what? Yeah. That is my main password to everything. I'm shocked. I'm shocked at the level of information that you have ferreted away, Ambro. Morning, Lord Elston. How you doing? The music's at the volume. All right, I'll tell you. There you go. There you go. Is that better for you, Lord Elston? I appreciate you already come in for the music. Lord Elston doesn't want to know about RECAF IDs or M2s. All I'm going to say on that matter is Max was very happy with the music before. So I was reasonably happy that the music was at a suitable volume because Max commented on the music. You guys obviously don't have as good a sound systems as Max. Max obviously has a superior sound system. You see, Max can't have been gaslighting me because he actually pointed out that it was the Trucker soundtrack. So he could obviously hear it. That's not what I wanted. Alright, let's do that. I'm gonna have to tidy that up. That's not right. That's not right. Nope. No, no, nope, nope. Stop it. Stop it. Go back over there. Back over there, thank you. Thumbs, enjoy your meetings about rack FIDs. I hope you resolve all of them. I'll tell you what, but on the basis everyone's in a techie mood. On the basis that everyone is in a techie mood. Does anyone here use a different router to the one that their IP that ISP has sent them? I am curious. Because like we've got the one from our ISP and it has a habit of crashing. And I'm thinking about whether it's worth replacing it with just my own one. Because while it's not too bad for me, the rest of the house doesn't have a great time with it. It doesn't impact me that much because I have a hard line. I got a physical line connecting it, so it doesn't really matter for my purposes. But if you're in other parts of the house, like the Wi-Fi doesn't reach and stuff. And while I've bought a Wi-Fi extender that's set up in the middle of the house, I still have problems with the standard one sent by the ISP. It crashes. It has habits of crashing, and it causes problems. Well, to be fair, the biggest problems it causes are with the phone line, so not the actual internet. It causes more problems with the phone line, but it all runs through the same thing. True fiber from the exchange stretcher. I have. Well, there it's fiber. Yeah, actually, no. Do you know what? This house is now entirely. Yeah, this house is now entirely fiber. Do you know what, Shifty? If you switched ISP, there's a solid chance you'd find out you have to go. Oh wait, I suppose it depends whether fiber's in your area, doesn't it? But if fiber's in your area, Shifty, you'd probably find that if you switched ISP, they'd insist on it, because we had it. It was insisted on us when we switched from BT to Vodafone. And Vodafone were like, yeah, we can, because I was trying to save money. I wasn't particularly interested in the fiber aspect. I mean, I was, but I wasn't. Like, it wasn't like the main thing was saving money. And when I was talking to them, they were like, "No, we only offer fiber now because it's in your area. We only offer it." So we had to. The only downside of the fiber is obviously you have to sign a disclaimer. You have to sign a disclaimer when you go onto fiber, because if there's a power outage in the area, your house phone won't work, which for most people isn't a big deal. Most people it's not a big deal, is it? Because most people have mobiles now. But my mother does not. So we still have a house phone, but you have to sign a disclaimer saying if there's a power outage, this phone will no longer work. Because everything has to have power now. From the mains, that is. What do I pay for internet? At the moment we pay. I want to say it was 34. I want to say it was 34. No, 31. Sorry, 31. It was 31 for the internet, and then really annoyingly, it's like another £8 to have a house phone. So yeah, 31 for the fiber, which was a big saving. Which was a big. I was very angry. I was very angry when I moved back, when I moved here, to find out that my mother was paying extortionate prices for the internet. She had like a I think it was a 40 megabyte line, and she was paying 80. I think it was something like £82 a month for a 40 megabyte line, and it's because BT had just been upping the price every year, and she had never moved on. 100. No, but in the UK, we don't tend to do a one-to-one. We don't tend to do a one-to-one, so we tend to have a higher download and a lower upload. So, yeah, I can't remember exactly what size line I've got off the top of my head, but it's something like I think I've got a 500 gig line, as in 500 down, and I think it's something like 500 down and 50 up. But yeah, it's not common in the UK to have a similar amount going up. Hello, Ash. But anyway, I was thinking about just getting a separate hub router thingy. Yeah, thinking about getting a separate one just to try and improve the Wi-Fi around the house. Because the one that comes from the ISP is just a bit shit. How big is this line? Actually, no, it should be its own separate thing. It's its own separate bit. So let's do that. But I'll have to keep an eye on the price. I'll have to keep an eye on what we're paying at the moment because we're coming out of the, like the offer price for the first year. So that might change. What are you doing? No. No. Who did it get rid of my thing? Oh, shoot. It was doing exactly what it was meant to do. Enjoy lunch, Ambro. Just check if your ISP allows other routers to work with their VoIP. Mine's very. Oh, I think they're okay with it. I seem to remember when I was reading on it, it was more you just have to make sure that the router is VoIP activated. I think I will double check that though. I think they have said it's okay. Good point. Good point. I thought it was just the router itself, but maybe they... Yeah. And Ambro, sorry, you were saying, oh yeah, Ambro's gone for lunch though. But Ambro's saying €90 for a gig up and down. Yeah, I say I can't remember off the top of my head exactly how fast ours is. I can't do a speed test on it right now because I've tried that before and it knackers the stream. The stream does not like it when you try and do a speed test. I think the biggest bit for me though was actually just the getting a decent upload rate, because the previous internet that was here, if I remember correctly, the upload rate I think was very low. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was very low. Like when I say it was low, it was something like, I think it was something like 2 meg or something, which doesn't quite work out as that for the purposes of streaming, because obviously other stuff's going on.
Don't give me no rock and roll. Yes, this world don't love me. Don't give me no rock and roll. Yeah, if this world don't love me, might as well give myself on home. Twice. Ooh, this world don't love me. It shot me down once or twice. It's got a core on fire, but the poles are cold as ice.
Big upload speeds are always nice. I mean, I don't upload enough stuff. I don't upload enough stuff to take advantage of upload speeds. I mean, I think I can't remember exactly how much it is for here, for the current connection I've got, but it's way more. It's way more than I need it to be. Like the stream uploads at just over 6 meg, which is actually more than Twitch needs. But YouTube can take it. I know YouTube can take more than I upload it at, but I think if I try and upload any more, I think it causes problems for Twitch. Like the Twitch stream already labels itself as unstable. I don't want to push that one any more than I already am. I have to say, I was sorting out kofi rewards earlier on, and that was nice to have just upload speeds that worked quite quickly. That was good. I was just throwing things into folders, and they were appearing quite quickly. So that was nice. Which on a side note, kofi rewards. The library. I appreciate as well. This only impacts, but at the moment this only impacts 3 people, and you are delightful. You're a delightful 3 people, and so you will be the first people to have access to the library. The library. I mean, technically the library is live right now because I've put stuff on it, but I'll do it as I suppose officially it will go live tomorrow, as it's the start of the month, and that's just so I can keep. I'm gonna have to have like a calendar notification to remind me. Yeah, the library will go live tomorrow, so anyone who's a Kofi member at a certain tier, you get access to that. I think, if I understand it correctly, I think you'll get an email invite to it. I'll put something on Kofi as well, but you'll get like an email invite to it because that's how I've got to manage access. Where's this nose? Where have I put the nose? I feel like I've got, like, not everything is there. Not everything is in the library yet. There's loads more stuff to go. I've basically put everything up there that I feel's kind of polished enough to go in. And then I'm just going to keep chipping away and adding more stuff in as I can. Demon Boy, good morning. How you doing? Max, you never really notice your upload speed until you upload something to YouTube or on the cloud. Yeah. That's not what I want. Good, too much rain. Oh, we got loads of rain here right now. Loads. It's not really how I want that. That bit's good. That bit's a little bit of a droop. There we go. That's a much better one. Much prefer that. But yeah, the heavens have certainly shown themselves this weekend. Something I did realise when I was actually putting together the Kofi stuff was I was going through all my art folders, finding stuff that I wanted to go up there, and I realised I'm gonna have to go through all my old sketchbooks. Because I've got a load of stuff that I don't have in digital form. I'm gonna have to have like a photo taking afternoon, I think. Get a bunch of that stuff up there. Certainly for things like, I've done things like I've done Inktober in the past. I wouldn't really do it again, but I've done Inktober in the past. And none of that. I haven't got any of that in like a photo form. It's all just sat in sketchbooks. And I was just planning on putting that in the library stuff, but I couldn't. Right. Front remember of me doing Inktober. Have I ever? I don't think I've ever done an Inktober on stream. I don't think so. But yeah, like I've done Inktober. I've done Inktober in the past, like way before I used to stream, and it was when I was trying to get back into art quite massively. I was like, oh, this is a great idea. This is a great idea for getting back into art, because I'll do Inktober and I've got a draw every day, and terrible plan. Terrible. Yeah, by the time I'd got to streaming, I'd kind of realised that yeah, Inktober's not necessarily a thing for me. It's a lot of pressure for something that doesn't actually matter that much. Like maybe I might be tempted to do it if like I was streaming full time. Like if that ever happens, I might be tempted to try another Inktober. But at the moment, in between trying to get everything else done, trying to get an Inktober done as well, no. And the daft thing is, it's a lot of very self-imposed stress. But it feels, yeah, it feels like it's a commitment that you need to do. And I actually see quite a lot of, it was something that I found kind of interesting when I became aware of Twitch. Because when I first started doing art again, I had no idea that Twitch even existed. But when I kind of like came to Twitch, it was like Inktober came along, and I was like, oh, I'm really intrigued to see what the artists do for Inktober. Like, could I get a bit of inspiration kind of thing? And I think almost every artist that I followed at the beginning, like when people in chat would ask them about Inktober, every artist was just like, nope, I ain't touching that with a barge pole. It's stupid. Which I don't think it's stupid, to clarify. I don't think it's stupid, but I think a lot of people find it more stress than it's worth. And at the end of the day, if it's stressful, it's not really worth doing it. You know, you're not getting paid to do Inktober. So it's very much a hobby thing, and hobbies shouldn't be stressful. But yeah, the first Inktober, I say the first, I think it was the first and last. I think it was the first and last Inktober I did. Because it was back before I did Twitch, but I was trying to grow social media. So I was trying to grow Instagram, and I was putting myself under a lot of unnecessary pressure. Because I was reading on things like how do you grow your social media platforms, and so I was reading all these things and watching all these videos, and they were all like, yes, you must put out 58 million posts a day, and if you don't put out 58 million posts a day, the world will hate you forever. And so Inktober came along, and I was like, this is a great way to create content to try and grow Instagram. And then by the end of Inktober, I was like, I have gained no followers. This was a complete waste of time. Oh, I didn't do that, did I? Where's the chin strap? What layer have I put the chin strap on? Chin strap's on that layer. Right. Back home. Oh no. Press the one. Bearded spam. Bearded. Oh god, that sounds awful. The image that conjures up. Bearded spam. That just sounds terrible. You've ruined spam for me. You've ruined. No. That's immediately where my brain went to. Bearded spam immediately made me think of the food, and now I'm just thinking of spam with a load of hair in it. That's. Why would you do this, Max? Why? I want you to take a long, hard think. I want you to take a long, hard think today about why you would say such a inflammatory statement. You never had spam. They don't sell it here. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, spam. I like spam. I like spam, though it's only really in very specific forms. Like, I enjoy. In fact, the way that I most appreciate spam is in it was what was it? It was from when I because I really enjoy noodles. I really enjoy noodles. And I when I have noodles, I will often like do various stuff with them, just to make them a bit more interesting. Like trying to turn them into like a meal that's worthwhile. And so like when I have noodles, like I'll get the pot, I'll get the water, the seasoning and stuff into the pot, and then I'll have the noodles in there. And when I turn it all on, I'll also like throw some veg in there. It's like I'll throw in some like carrot in there, I'll throw some leeks in there, I forgot, throw some onion in there. And I tend to put too much water in because I quite like them soupy, like brothy type. Whereas like a lot of people prefer to have them dry. I kind of like them when they're in a soupy broth kind of going on. And then, kind of like depending on what I've got in, I will, I'll put some form of protein in it. The most common protein that I'll put in it, because I've always got it in, is I'll just like crack an egg in. Don't worry, this is coming back to the spam thing. I realise everyone's like, you were talking about spam, now you're talking about eggs in noodles. What has this got to do with the eggs in the noodles? I'm getting there. And then you kind of like you let the eggs poach in the brothy soupy bit, and it's great. It's delicious. And then when I was googling recipes. I was googling recipes for what could I do. Like, could I put some chicken in there rather than the egg? Sometimes I put ham in because that was quite nice. Certainly that ham hock. Yes, delicious. And then one of the things that I saw come up quite regularly was spam. Spam going into the but the way the spam was done was they'd just slice it into slices. They'd slice it into slices, and then what they'd do is they'd fry off the spam. So you'd make all the other noodle bits separately. So you'd have like this brothy soupy noodle thing going on the side. I said soupy, not super. Just for anyone who's thinking of super noodles. I'm not talking about super noodles. Soupy, not super. And so yeah, there was this thing where kind of like you fry off the spam, maybe with a bit of soy sauce as well. Fry off the spam so it gets a little bit of a hard outer layer on it. Delicious. And then you lay that on top of this on the top of these noodles, and that is one of my favorite go-to snacks. Spam like a chunk ham. Spam is basically all the offcuts of ham blitzed together and then reformed into just like a slab. And then just put in a tin. So in a previous life it was ham. And now it's spam. Strong ham. Just to clarify, like the actual like I don't buy spam because spam is a brand. Spam is a brand name. I just buy another one which I can't actually remember the name of right now. But when you say spam, most people know what you're talking about. Merge. I need to merge all these layers. Got so many layers. But yeah,
Our new challenger
spam
has
noodles.
entered the arena.
Spam noodles, delicious.
Long live Jal98 _ Twitch scam just followed.
Oh, they're back again. They're back again. They were here last week. I'll be honest with you, I preferred it when... what was the other one that called me? What was the other one? Where was the other one? What was the other one that followed me last week? Jesus died for you. Like, when the Jesus one came along last week, I was more invested. These Twitch scam ones... They just don't cut the mustard anymore. What was weird was, the Twitch scam you one from last week actually started talking. Or rather, sorry, it opened with an emote. It opened with an emote. I think it was trying to prove it wasn't a bot, but we know it's a bot. I also, you know, the scam you bots as well. The scam you bots are a bit weird. I don't get what they're doing because they don't give you a link. They just post a bunch of nonsense. They just post a bunch of nonsense. They don't actually post a link, so I don't really get what they're trying to do. It's very strange. Whoops. Whiffed it. Whiffed it. Cosmic Bunny. Hello, Cosmic Bunny. How you doing? How's it going? You get Jesus Apology too. On Friday, really towards the end of stream, it was, what was their name? Jesus Died for You. Yeah, they followed me on Friday, right at the end of stream. And just now I've had the Long Live Chaos Twitch scam you bot. One of them's just followed me, though it's kept quiet this time. It's kept quiet, which almost to a certain degree makes me more nervous of it, because that one normally follows, posts a load of nonsense, and then we get rid of it. And now it's keeping quiet, which not might be really weird. It might actually be a person. It might be a person who just has no life. And they just keep on creating these bots with these names. But yeah, how you doing, Cosmic Bunny? Are you filled with delight and joy? Oh, no, wrong button. Wrong button. It's fine. We'll type that and we'll get around that. Time we on? 11:30. Okay. Well, we're getting towards the end of today's stream. Because this afternoon I've got bits I need to do. Some of which will be working on the Kofi stuff more, because I want to get as much Kofi stuff uploaded as possible before it goes live. I'm not going to get everything uploaded. Like, there's no way I'm going to get everything uploaded. But I want to get as much as possible uploaded before tomorrow. And then I do have to get some bits done for... it's a new month. It's a new month, so new work to get on with. It's Friday for you too. Oh, did you get that Jesus died for you one following you on Friday? Okay. So it was a coordinated thing. But the name isn't showing anymore, so the bot got banned, but it was Jesus. Oh no, I think I can still see this one. Yeah, this one is still here. Oh, it was... Oh yeah. Yeah, it made no comments. It just followed. So to be honest, I wasn't sure if it was a bot or not, but it must be a bot. Like it followed the channel and kept very quiet. So yeah, no, the one that so Jesus died for you, that one still exists. Give me one moment. Need that. Sorry, what were you saying, Max? You should be doing a pre-lunch workout, but you're too lazy. I need to just do a workout. Get whether it's pre-lunch or not. I just need to start working out. Saying pre-lunch workout makes it sound far too organised. That'll go behind the hand anyway, won't it? So that'll be fine. Do 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 do. I was playing some more Gas Station Simulator at the weekend. I've realised I actually really do enjoy simulating. I've always known I enjoy simulator games, but it's not something that I've streamed very much in like the whole time I've ever streamed. And I do actually quite like simulator games. And at the weekend, the Gas Station Simulator released a DLC. It released what was it called?
Come play with us forever and ever and ever.
Crazy Cosmic Bunny just subscribed.
It's continuing the gifts. Thank you very much. Thank you for... Wait, do you know what? I don't actually know what it means when it says continuing. Does that mean you converted it into a tier 1? Thank you very much. Is that... I think that's what it means, isn't it, when it says it's continuing? So thank you kindly. Which, if I'm not mistaken, has that not got us to the target? Gifted sub into manual. Got you. Yeah, cool. Sorry, it's just I don't see that message very often, so I'm not 100% sure what that one actually means. But yeah, that's what I thought it meant. So thank you very kindly. Thank you. Oh, that one must have already been counted in the subbies. Cool. We're close. We're close. Do 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 do. What am I doing? What was I doing? Euro Truck Sim stream when? Ash, we've already streamed Euro Truck Simulator. Like, when I say I enjoy simulator games, I mean I enjoy good ones, not trash. Like Euro Truck Simulator. Trash tier simulators I'm not interested in. Good simulators I am interested in. Cosmic Bunny, I guess because your gifted sub is yet to expire.
You're one of us now.
Oh, you can do it beforehand. Well, thank you even more then, Cosmic Bunny, if you're doing that beforehand. Thank you very kindly. Ash gifting...
You're
Ash
one
there,
of us now.
Ash there gifting 5 subbies and Twitch tagging an additional one on top. What a gent. Thank you very much for the gifty subs and obviously the additional one.
You're one of
See,
us now.
even though Twitch did it, I class it as you doing it. So, Ash, thank you for the 6 gifted subs. Thank you very kindly.
You're one of us now.
Oh, it's not triggering the thing.
You're one of us now.
I wonder if it's not triggering the thing because all these other sounds are going. Maybe it'll be after these other sounds. There's meant to be a thing.
You're one of us now.
Right, we've not done all of those yet. I don't know how... Wait, how many more have we got? Vainling. Okay, Vainling should be the last one. Oh, don't have broken. Don't have broken. Oh, have you broken? Have you broken? Oh, man. There's meant to be a sound. There's meant to be a special sound. Because we've hit the goal. Curse you, Twitch. Curse you, Twitch, and your inconsistency on working. Where's the thing? Where's the goals? Goals. Sub goal achieved. Where are you? Where are you, Twitch? What are you doing with my alerts? Hang on. I don't know why it's not happening. I don't know why it's not happening. Because it's there. It's turned on. Goal reached, goal achieved. Right. It's meant to do... I don't think that showed up on your screens, did it? Right. Seen as though the sub... I know that showed up on my screens. It didn't show up in your screens. Right. I think we're going to have to do it. I think I'm going to have to try and manually trigger it because it didn't appear on your screens. So it's meant to do...
Subs goal achieved. I don't have to eat the value beans this week.
There we go. That's what it's meant to do, and I don't know why it didn't go off. Because it's set up, I can see it. I can see that it's set up, and it just didn't happen. That's very upsetting. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. Thanks for hitting the sub goal. Thank you very kindly. Much appreciated. As your reward, I'll carry on streaming until 12. Some might say I was going to do that anyway, but look, here we are, still streaming. Do 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 do. Oh, Max, you got the September badge. I feel like I should have the September badge, but I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. It's in the global. Oh, I thought it, okay. It's in the global. Maybe that's why I was looking in the wrong spot. I must have been looking in the wrong spot for it. Yeah. Anyway. Thank you very kindly, everyone, for all the subbies. Much appreciated. I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. It's good that, innit? It's good that. Completely forgotten what I was talking about. What was I saying? What was I saying when we were up at oh no, we were talking about Euro Truck streams. Oh no, sorry, that's what I was talking about. Yes, right, yeah, back on track. So, simulators. Gas Station Simulator released a new DLC at the weekend. And so I played a bit of that. Actually, not a bad DLC. Not a bad DLC. Like I would almost go so far as to say it's kind of a DLC that could have just been its own game. Probably would have needed a little bit more work if it had been its own game, like a bit more to it. But a decent chunk of content. decent chunk of content to be added onto Gas Station Simulator, which did make me wonder. About the other DLCs that they've got, but the other DLCs that they've got have actually got, overall, they've generally not got great reviews. But I thought this one was quite good. It fit quite nicely with the existing game. And then, on the subject of simulators, I played another simulator at the weekend, because it was one of the things that was on. It was on one of the whatever Steam sale we're on right now. Just Steam does sales all the time, doesn't it? And the other one that I played was Tavern Manager Simulator. So I played that at the weekend, which is a weird. It's left me with some questions. It's left me with some questions, and I don't know how I feel about it. One thing I would say with like Tavern Manager Simulator is not in early access. It's released. It's released as a full game. And I didn't realise that at first. When I bought it, I just kind of bought it because it had been in my wish list, because I'd seen a few people streaming it. It looked kind of interesting. And so I didn't really look at the store page very much, but I got it while it was on offer. And played it, obviously. And after a bit of time, I kind of was like, the game feels unfinished. And I kind of was sailing through the content, and I was like, that's okay. You know, I think I'm almost so used to buying games in early access now, I kind of presume that everything's in early access. And I'm kind of like a bit forgiving of everything, because I feel like, oh, it's in early access, they'll fix that in a few weeks. Like, I've got so used to just everything being in that state. And so I played that for a bit this weekend. And what was weird was it looks very much like it's inspired by World of Warcraft. Like the way, and this comes down to like initially I noticed I quite liked the art style because it reminded me of Goldshire. And then when I got into the game, the character models reminded me quite a lot of World of Warcraft. Not exactly the same, but the character models reminded me quite a lot of World of Warcraft. And as I was exploring the game, there's actually a little ruined temple. This isn't really a big spoiler because it's it's really close to the tavern, so you find it quite quickly. And there's someone guarding outside of this little ruined temple. And when you walk in, it gives you a whole thing of for the Alliance or for the Horde. It's a bit on the nose. I'm kind of like the game gives me, the game kind of like invokes so much, like it invokes so much, like, sorry, not invokes, it references so much to like World of Warcraft. I actually had to go and Google to see whether it had been made by Blizzard. I was like, and it's not. It's really not. So I feel like they're tiptoeing on a bit of a line, with what they've made. But more importantly, I felt like I got through the content really quickly. Like, I've not completed the game, but I don't really feel like I'm going to see anything super new with it. And they've made a few questionable decisions in the game. Ignoring the similar, you know, like the references to World of Warcraft. Ignoring them. like there's certain things like you get assistance. You get assistance in the game in the form of small fairies, but they're a bit shit. They're a bit shit, but the thing was, like, they're a bit shit. And when I initially saw them, I was like, oh, okay. So in the future, you know, when they sort out their early access side of things, you know, they'll have fleshed out these fairies and they'll make them useful things to do in the game. And that was part of. But then when I started seeing all like these references to like World of Warcraft, I was kind of that when I went to go and check. That's when I went to go and check who made this game, because I was like, has this actually been made by Blizzard? That was when I realized, I was like, oh my god, this game isn't early access. This is it. This is the game. It's not great. It's not great if this is the game. And it feels very unfinished. I'm presuming the majority of it has been built off an asset pack rather than, you know, someone working on it specifically and making unique characters for it, which that in itself is not a terrible thing. You know, like, people using asset packs is definitely a, you know, it's a very viable method of making games. Just, it's very blatant that it's not their stuff. How much was it? It's currently £9.34. It's currently £9.34 on Steam until the 10th of October. So yeah, it's not like been scalped or anything on the price too much. Like, you know, obviously, like I've talked before of kind of like I view it as, have I got my time out of the game? So I'm not necessarily mad about the price or anything. It feels like a game that should be labelled as early access. But by the fact that it's not labelled on early access, I'm not convinced how much more they're actually going to do on it, and it feels very unfinished. Like the map where you're at, feels very empty. It's very strange. It's a very strange game. And it might be, you know, if I did some additional research, it might be like it's their first game that they've made and they've put out. So that might be why. But yeah, it's an odd one. It's an odd one because it feels like it needs more work, but there's a strong suggestion there isn't going to be more work. Hello, Yana. How you doing? You have indeed caught the stream. Not for much longer.
Cool, blimey, governor.
Not for much longer, but you have caught the stream. Oops. Where's that hand? There it is.
Yeah, if this world don't love me, might as well get myself on home. Yeah, this world don't love me. It shot me down once or twice. Ooh,
Max, you haven't played any games other than Noita lately. A run every now and then is fun. I mean, yeah, I mean that certainly makes for a cheaper life. That certainly makes for a cheaper life if you can, if you're happy with just playing the same game. That's definitely a good thing. I mean, in terms of this Tavern Keeper game, oh, what's it called? I've already forgotten the name of it. Very memorable. Tavern Manager Simulator. It's not necessary. Like I've got enough hours out of it that I don't feel like I want to refund it. Like it's not from that point of view. But I wouldn't recommend it. It's not a game I can recommend in its current state. And I said I was going to finish at 12. I'm so close to finishing this. I might just get this finished, so we'll run over a bit. Morning, Robin. How you doing? How's it going? Max, you're waiting on some juicy games. Do you know what? I realised you clarified your typing, but on the basis you were talking about having a workout before, you're kind of like, oh, some juicy games. It still works. It still works. Don't worry about it. What you said still works based on what you were saying before. You're waiting on some juicy games, but none of them have a release date. Oh, which ones are you? I've got a few games like that. I've got a few games that I'm waiting on their releases to come out. Some games that I'm very excited for. In fact, I think one of them was meant to release last year, but the person had some had some family problems, so it got pushed back. But that should mean they did say they were looking at the end of this year, so maybe I'll hear something before the end of this year on one of them. And Robin's, I mean, we're spending a lot of time on this line art because it's meant to be used as almost like a colouring book. So I am spending quite a lot of time on this line art because it has that purpose. Just making sure it all looks correct. Yanni, you're in the library to pick up a book and look for a certain one and look for another one. Yeah. And in the section where you were, the man was sitting on a chair, and you asked for the time, and then started to babble about his time in the pandemic where he was free to wearing a mask. Yeah. A bottle of seemingly juice in hand and drinking from time to time. Oh, right, okay. That's going to look silly. But then I've got the angle I wanted on that bit.
To the honestness I
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo-ba-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Sorry, come back here.
Cross my heart and hope to die.
Sorry, Robbins, you were saying some really interesting RTS games. Dust. I've been keeping an eye on Dust. I've not seen, like, it's in my wish list for, like, I think, pretty sure Dust's in my wish list. And Dorf. I don't know if I'm familiar with Dorf. Let me plug that in.
Star-crossed love, we let it slip. Turned our backs on will-o-wisps. Now I'm haunted by the ghost of you.
Oh, that's another... Oh, do you know what? No, actually, I think I have seen Dorf. I think I have seen Dorf. Yeah. If you're looking at that kind of stuff, Robin, Global Conflagration and Fractured Alliance might interest you. Because they're ones that I've seen recently that remind me quite a lot of old school Command and Conquer. And Command and Conquer Generals and that stuff. And then, sorry, yeah, Yana, you were saying with the guy. Yeah, maybe just a lonely guy. Maybe, I suppose, difficult without being there, knowing what was going on. I know, like the public libraries where I used to be around. Like they were often like keeping an eye out for like the homeless people coming in and stuff. You know, and trying to be as nice as possible where they could, but equally sometimes some of the stuff they were doing was a bit antisocial.
So cross my heart and hope to die. Lord, forgive me, no, I tried.
Got a stone cold feeling that I'm on my own. Got some black-eyed isolation and it's right down to the bone.
Wait, oh. Roman's units in Dwarf look incredible. Let's have a goosey. Let's have a goosey. I like the style. I am a fan. Like, kind of like it's like peak pixel style. Yeah, just looking at the screenshots, it reminds me a lot of. Do you know what Dwarf makes me think of? Dwarf makes me think of kind of like Red Alert 2 era graphics, but kind of or more of a like a Red Alert 3 style done at kind of like the same time as Red Alert 2. It's kind of I don't know if that makes any sense. It makes sense to me. I know exactly what I'm saying. But I appreciate that it might not make sense. Something that does interest me about Dwarf is it looks like one of those games where, you know, when you see fake adverts on social media, when you get fake adverts on social media, Dwarf is very clearly one of the games where they'll steal some footage from and go, hey, look at our game, and then you get there and the game that they're presenting is not that, and you find out it's stolen footage. And I think I have seen Dwarf used in adverts for games that are not Dwarf. Because social media is a cesspit of people just stealing content. But let's not get into that rant though. But yeah, Dwarf. Oh, actually, wait. Do you know what? Oh, what does Dwarf remind me of? Dwarf reminds me of, in terms of the style, what was it called? What was it called? Oh, it's going to drive me nuts. It's going to drive me nuts. The style reminds me of Ambro, just to shut you up. Ambro, there you go. Oh, what does it remind me of? Is it Dark? Am I thinking of Dark Rain? I don't think I am. I don't think I am thinking of Dark Rain. Maybe I'm thinking of Dark Rain. Maybe. I might be thinking of Dark Rain a little bit. Which makes sense at the end of the day. Like, you know, Dwarf and Global Conflagration and all those kind of things are obviously inspired by, you know, back when RTS was golden. Dark Rain. Oh, was there there was, wasn't there? There was a sequel to Dark Rain. Dark Rain had a sequel. Maybe I'm thinking more of... Am I thinking more of Dark Rain 2? Oh, no. Oh, God. Dark Rain 2 went all 3D, didn't it? Ugh. Oh. Just, there was that overlap, wasn't there? There was that overlap when we discovered that we could do 3D graphics, but we weren't good at them. And we were still trying to figure them out. Dark Rain 2 is one of those things. Dark Rain 2 is one... There was this overlap where... it wasn't pixels, was it? It was voxels. I want to say it was voxel. I want to say it was voxel graphics. There was like an overlap where like pixel and voxel were just like up there as like absolutely like they had peaked. Almost like someone's mastered stonework someone has mastered stonework, but then there's another person, and you know, you got this beautifully carved marble facade, which is just looks fantastic. It looks like you could touch it and it's real. And then there's someone next door who's kind of gone, hey, did you know that it's so much cheaper and so much stronger just to build things with steel? And then they just show up with just like these I-beams, and they've just made something out of I-beams. Like you had this moment in gaming where you had like the pixel and voxel stuff going on, and then you had 3D graphics going on, and it had more capability, but it just looked ugly. Dark Reign 2 is that. I'm sorry to everyone who worked on Dark Reign 2, but I think you also appreciate you were right at the beginning of using 3D graphics. Like, I love going back to some old games pre-3D because they were just such a peak. I do mean voxels, don't I? I want to say, and now that I've said voxels, I hope I mean voxels. I don't think I mean voxels. What was... What was... I can't remember what they were called. I don't think I mean voxels, even though I've just said voxels. I don't think I meant them. It was like it was whatever came after pixel graphics. After pixels, we had another thing. I can't remember what it was called now. Anyway. Anyway, we don't need this anymore, do we? Oh no, I've got the wrong brush. There we go. Get rid of your bloody dot. There you are. Oh, you mean like CGI from, let's say, Gladiator versus crap like She-Hulk? Well, yeah. Well, sometimes stuff just doesn't look great. Well, I think you've got a bit of an overlap there, haven't you? Sometimes stuff doesn't look great, and sometimes it's managed badly. Because, yeah, sometimes it's managed badly. Because, like, if you're talking about some of the, and not all of it, but if using that as an example, let's not go too far down a rabbit hole, because I think if we start going down this rabbit hole, people are going to start complaining about things that weren't the original topic of our conversation. But if you were to talk about, like, She-Hulk, some of the CGI in She-Hulk was bad. And I don't think you can't really blame the technology, because it was the same technology that they used in the Marvel movies. So the technology was there, just the way that She-Hulk was, the way the creative department was managed in She-Hulk was not good. I think that's a slightly different problem. A more something, you know, what would be more comparable would probably be something like, say, like the practical effects used in Aliens compared to the wait, was it CGI used in Alien 3? Trying to remember now. I can't remember if it was. I think it was. So in Alien 3, they had like the hound. They had the hound alien, and it was very clearly not there. Like, it didn't sit in the background properly. And originally they were going to have a dog, and they put a dog in prosthetics, but it turned out that a dog doesn't like being in prosthetics. And so when they dressed it up like an alien, it was it didn't work very well. And I think they used CGI in Alien 3, but it was very early CGI, so it didn't look great. Max, the poor special effects artist. That's why I say it was the way. That's why I'm not saying it's the. That's why I'm not saying it's the artists that are necessarily at fault. That's why I was saying it was managed. That's why I was saying like the She-Hulk thing was probably managed badly. Because if I remember correctly, it was about at that time when it started coming out, where people were like coming out of that industry, going, "We're having to work on like multiple projects." The projects are getting farmed out to multiple studios at the same time, so they're not able to match up the quality with each other. So yeah, that's why I say managed and not specifically on the artists. I think I'm going to copy that. I think I'm going to copy that here, just to try and save a bit of time. You guys won't tell anyone, right? Of course not. Except for Ambro. Ambro will send a DM somewhere. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. But yeah, no, like the gaming industry, like there was the switch from pixel, and I don't think I mean polygon. There was a I'm trying to remember which Command and Conquer. There was a thing in Command and Conquer. I want to say it was Tiberian Sun. I can't find a quick answer to it, but it was like a thing where they moved from pixels, which was to like they were triangles, but they had a name. I can't remember what it was. It's gonna bug me for the rest of the day now. See what you've done to me. You're gonna bug me for the rest of the day because now I can't think what the answer is. Anywho. So weird that big movies have the exact same thing made by different. Well, apparently because there's so much work that they have to outsource. They have to outsource to so many different places, but then that causes their own. Basically, it causes, if I understand correctly, it causes continuity problems in the quality, which then they end up having to get